In one of the videos I uploaded yesterday, I discussed love, or more specifically, my admitted inability to fall in love. Now, some of you out there, might just think, oh, that's sad. She can't fall in love. This woman can't fall in love. Others might think, well, maybe Laura just hasn't met the right person. Well, let me tell you something. I don't rule anything out, honestly, but I think it's more likely that it's a case, in the words of the Depeche Mode guy, David, is that what, I forget what his name is, David something or other, there is inherently something wrong with me. Like he talks about in his song, Wrong, okay? Doesn't mean he really believes that about himself, artists write about all kinds of stuff, and not all artists are the confessional type like I always have been. But I will say this, fuck love, I can't even imagine just being in a relationship with a guy who was nice to me and who was into sex, really good in bed, really not into sex in general. He wants to just fuck everything and anything and swingers parties and orange. No, but into me, into my body, the type that I could be washing the dishes and he'll, spontaneous, passionate, come up behind me, start wanting me and talking to my ear and whatnot, or, stuff like that. Can't imagine it. Now, with the abuser, forget it. It was just, I'm used to being treated like shit. I'm used to having a horrible sex life, and that went on year after year after year after year. It wasn't like 1 year. I was with this man. It was 7 years, 8 months, and then I nearly died at the end. He nearly killed me. Caused my death or worse. Anyway, that's old news. Let's go back to the musician. I'm leaving soon. And yeah, I am wearing sneakers with a skirt just for the hell of it. Because I wear sneakers, and I thought I'd wear this nice INC skirt I got at Macy's on sale for $48. Anyway, yeah, there's something inherently wrong with me. However, I've never been with a guy who really liked me for all parts of me. Go back to the musician. He was in love with me. He professed his love for me. He was in love with me, and he just said, you can't love. But he, but he did not, first of all, my sex life, he wasn't really into sex, and my sex life with him was not, we weren't sexually compatible. He was a sweetheart. He wasn't selfish in bed. It was just, it's Sunday time for sex. There was no spontaneity ever. No passion. It's Sunday. Let's have, none. But he was a total sweetheart, and in bed he was never selfish or whatever, but were we sexually compatible? No. And did he like all parts of me? No. Of course he didn't. So, yeah, I fucked love, like I said. I would be happy to be with a guy who turned me on, who couldn't keep his hands off me, would want to touch me all the time, okay? But only into me, not into every woman on the planet, you know what I mean, okay? So I've never experienced that. The musician, professed to love me, and I believe he did love me. Was I in love? I loved him. I can't fall in love. I don't know what it means. Whatever. So, whatever, can't fall in love. But like I said, I can have an FWB, I can have sex, I can have passion, I can have friendship, I can have whatever. And I'm not ruling anything out. I just don't believe I'm capable of falling in love. That's the way it goes, okay? Now, let's go on to these other men. I talked about that guy who, I made him off a sex chat line. I liked his skills in certain areas. He was upset, I don't really believe he was in love with me or whatever, but he wanted me. And he was one of those that he would, subtly or not so subtly put me down, because he would, I forget what he said, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, okay? the fact of the matter is that some of these men, if they are sure they'll be, oh, they want this, you know, they don't really love me, okay? And you have to understand, too, I've never been recognized for any of the gifts I was blessed with at birth. Pretty much. I mean, or blessed, if I could say, you know, I was given at birth, okay? Blessed is a, you know, whatever. I've never been recognized. Sure, when I did the stripping channel, the men, a handful, recognized my writing talents via my news board and Earth Chem TV news and message board, whatever. But most of the men just saw the outside. You know, they like to watch me strip and whatever. You know, they didn't see the whole package. Okay, so never been recognized. Okay, for any of the gifts, and that is just like frustration city in and of itself. You know, I mean. But I've had to accept it. My family just did not recognize me as anything special, you know. Nobody. None. You know, until I did YouTube, I was never recognized as for any of the gifts that I was given at birth. You know, I mean, not until I did YouTube, you know. So, that's another thing, you know. You can say, oh, too bad for her. That's sad, she can't fall. Well, whatever, you know. I accept these things because I don't have a choice. I accepted that my family just never, you know, what am I supposed to do? You know, I accept things. My mom promises for once to stand up to the family. I went through hell with Donald. Oh my, whatever, and living on the streets and all that. Blah, blah, come here. There's been a change of plans, Laura. If you come here, you'll get no, I won't get arrested, Mom. You don't have a restraining order against me. They're just pulling, no, Laura, they said they don't, you know, and she believes it 100%, manipulate the mentally ill woman, you know. So, there's been a change of plans, Laura. I'll take Omar, but at least she took Omar. But then that was touch and go, because Omar goes to the bathroom on the floor, God forbid, you know, and Marion, he shouldn't be going to the bathroom on the floor. Well, okay? So, you know. Like my caseworker wound up saying to me, you know, Laura, I really admire the fact that you just accept things. Yeah, what choice do I have? You know, put me in what choice do I have? I accept things because what fucking choice do I have? So I accept that I don't have the ability to fall in love, okay? I can't have that. But I can have other things. Like I said, I can have other things. And you know, even whatever, the musician loved me, but he didn't love all parts of me, you know. I mean, like I said, I can't imagine even just being in a relationship that so many people, human beings on this planet, take for granted, where I'm just treated with kindness and respect, and where I get, well, a lot of people don't get the second one, but I want that one too, you know, fuck it. I want the kind of sex I've only ever imagined experiencing with the kind of guy that fucking turns me on all the time. You know, I mean, just who can't keep his hands off me and who I'm turned on by and who's I'm sexually compatible with, you know? But I want the mental connection too, so there you go. That's my story, you know? And I broke it, see, these men, oh, I'm sorry, we forgot the guy I gave my virginity to who doesn't believe in giving or receiving, you know what. He thought I was in love with him. I didn't want to be with him, besides the fact he was shorter than me, and I wasn't super attracted to him, but I was just tired of being a virgin still at 25 years old, and he was my acting class partner. He actually thought I was in love with him, because I'm nice and I'm kind, just like the guy who I just liked doing certain things to me. You know, I met him off a sex chat line, and he's already, gaga over me after a couple weeks, whatever. I mean, he got mad at me. He's like, you think with your whatever. Well, I met you off a sex chat line. What do you want? I'm not compatible with you this up here at all. I'm not even all that attracted to you. We have nothing. I would never be with you in a million years, you know, but I'm kind. You showed me the other side of life, Laura. Whatever, okay? I want something for a change. I want to be with a man who I really fucking want to be with, who likes me for all sides of me, just like What's-the-Face said, you see everything, you see every part, love all my dark, love my light, whatever. Alanis Morissette, okay? That's what I want. Can't have that? I'll be alone forever. Not settling any fucking more.